Hello students, how are you? I hope everyone is safe at home. This is Rohit Krishna, your biological science teacher. I hope everyone is following all the videos and doing the homework. See, recently I have observed that very less and very few people are following the instructions that are given by the teachers. So I request all the people to please follow and do your homework and do your best, because all the teachers are doing best of their own to teach you through live classes and through online classes. So please follow the work that was given by the teachers. Now let us discuss about the biological science. Now in the previous videos we have introduced the first lesson, that is nothing but cell, the basic unit of life. Now in that we have observed different types of things. Now what is the difference between plant cell and animal cell, and I have given the homework to write the differences between plant cell and animal cell. Very less people, only the Jasmine students have followed the instructions, and the remaining students have not submitted their work. So whatever it may be, I hope everyone will follow from this video. If you have any doubts regarding this, you have to follow the previous videos. Okay, now here today we are going to discuss about the cell organelles. Now let us discuss some important cell organelles. What is the meaning of cell organelle? Organ is nothing but a body part. Cell organelle is nothing but cells body parts. Now inside the cell also there are so many types of structures are available. They are called cell organelles. Just like if you don't have any organ, just like heart, liver or kidney or any other organ, your body leads to death. Your body will not work and it leads to death. Just like that, if all the cell organelles are not working well, then that is leads to the death of a cell. See, if the cell is working properly, then the human being is working well. If the cell is not working properly, then that is nothing but it results in the disease. Okay. Now in this lesson and in this video we are going to discuss about the 7 major cell organelles. So let us start our discussion. Now cell organelles are the most important things that for functioning of any cell. The first one is mitochondria, second one is plastid, and third one is ribosomes, and fourth one is endoplasmic reticulum, fifth one is Golgi apparatus and lysosomes, and seventh one is vacuole. So actually so many of you have a confusion that what is this cell and what are the cell organelles. So I have a video reference for you so that you can easily understand what is the meaning of cell, and I will try to find mostly of these cell organelles. Okay, now let us see the video reference. See kids, as you have seen, this is a cell. It's a basic structure. In every organism some millions and trillions of cells are present here. See, this is the center of the cell. In the center you can see a ball like structure, and this is called a nucleus, and inside the nucleus I have said DNA. So in the live also I have mentioned that this is the DNA, our genetic material. All our information is present inside this DNA. Okay, so many times you have observed about what is DNA. And on the nucleus also we can see the nuclear membrane. Okay, nuclear membrane is a small layer that is present on the cells, on the nucleus. Okay, cell membrane is present on the upper layers of the cell, and nuclear membrane is present on the top. See, this is the nucleus or nucleolus. This nucleolus is very very smaller nucleus. So nucleus inside the nucleus is called a nucleolus. Now as you can see here, some folded structure like as you can see here, there are some folded structures around the nucleus. These are called endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, see, this is an endoplasmic reticulum, and this endoplasmic reticulum have some dot like structures. So where there are dots are available, that is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Where there are no dots, then that is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. See, this is rough endoplasmic reticulum, and this one is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, see, rough endoplasmic reticulum, it is indicated with small r ER. Now what are these things? Yeah, these things are proteins. So many times you have seen that proteins. See, this is actually a digital explanation. See, they do not look like these structures, but this is for only for understanding purpose. Now these are called vesicles. Okay, vesicles are vessels. What are they doing? They are packing the proteins and they are sending to another structure called Golgi apparatus. See, as you can see, all of these proteins are going inside the Golgi apparatus. See, this is called a Golgi body, and here the proteins are modified. See, the smaller proteins are turning into a newer and very larger and complicated proteins. Okay. Now new materials are added here, they are altered. Here proteins are mixed with lipids and carbohydrates and so many other things. Now as you can see here, the left one is the plant cell and the right one is the animal cell. Okay, you can see the difference clearly. See what is the difference? Central vacuole is very larger and the nucleus is also not present in the center. As you can see in the animal cell, nucleus is present in the center and vacuoles are very smaller. See, these are called lysosomes. Lysosomes, see, they are destroying everything. They are storing all the poisonous and waste materials. These lysosomes are also called as suicidal bags of the cell. Okay, see, because they are you know because lysosomes, yeah, because lysosomes store poisonous materials, they have the capacity to destroy. If any cell want to destroy, then this lysosome will burst just like a bomb and all the cell will be destroyed. Okay, so lysosomes nickname, what is the nickname of lysosomes? Suicidal bags of the cell. Now the next one is mitochondria. Okay, mitochondria is a powerhouse of a cell. So it have the ability to produce the energy. By which process? Cellular respiration. As you can see here, this is cellular respiration. Whenever any organism is performing respiration, the oxygen and other molecules are going inside of this mitochondria and they are producing the energy. Okay. Now just like our human body have the skeleton, the cells also have the skeleton that is called cytoskeleton. Here cyto is nothing but cell, skeleton is nothing but the structure which is giving a firm, a very thick structure to it. Now as you can see here, this is a leaf. This is a phototrophic organism. As you can see, it is made up of cells. Now in all these cells you can see green structures are available. This is called chloroplast. See, this chloroplast is arranged in some layers. This is called chlorophyll. Okay, yeah, this is the cell wall, cell membrane, and inside a jelly like structure called cytoplasm and a very big bubble like structure called that is a vacuole. Okay, how is it, children? I hope you have enjoyed a lot. So this is the graphical representation of these cells body parts. These are called as cell organelles. Now let us see each and every cell organelle in detail. So endoplasmic reticulum. When cells was observed under electron microscope, a network of membrane was found through the cytoplasm, and this network created the passage within the cytoplasm for the transport of substances from one part to the other cell to another. This network of membrane is known as endoplasmic reticulum. I think so many of you have seen endoplasmic reticulum. What is endoplasmic reticulum? And here the endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two. What is that? Smooth endoplasmic reticulum and a rough endoplasmic reticulum. What is the difference between this smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum? Yeah, endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two. That is nothing but smooth endoplasmic reticulum and a rough endoplasmic reticulum. What is the difference between smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum? Endoplasmic reticulum, where they have dot-like structures called ribosomes. Earlier we have seen ribosomes. Whenever a dot-like structure called ribosomes are present on the endoplasmic reticulum, that is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Where there are no dot-like structures or ribosomes, they are called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. See, as you can see, this is endoplasmic reticulum. It is double membrane, and it is come in contact with the nucleus, and here it provides mechanical support to the cytoplasm. And as you can see, some dot like yellowish structures. Here rough endoplasmic reticulum is attached with ribosomes. What is the meaning of ribosome? Which is helpful for the production of proteins. As you can see, these are called proteins. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is helpful for the production of protein and protein synthesis, while smooth endoplasmic reticulum facilitate lipid growth for the synthesis of lipids. Okay, now here what are ribosomes? Ribosomes are small dot like structures. These are the small organelles. We will discuss about it in the later class. Okay, now I think you have observed about the endoplasmic reticulum, what is smooth endoplasmic reticulum and what is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now let us discuss about the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. One function of the endoplasmic reticulum is to serve as a channel for the transport of materials, especially proteins, between various regions of cytoplasm or between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. It also functions as cytoplasmic framework, providing a surface for some biochemical activities of the cell. In vertebrae, liver cells, smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisonous things. Now let us understand this paragraph. See, actually, what is the role of endoplasmic reticulum? Yeah, rough endoplasmic reticulum have some ribosomes. These ribosomes can produce the proteins. Okay, they can produce the proteins. Now what will they do? They will transfer these proteins within the cell from one area to another area. Okay, see, imagine that this area requires the protein for construction of the cell membrane or cell wall. Then here this rough endoplasmic reticulum will send these proteins to different areas, and also it provides a cytoplasmic framework. And here they are making some structure for some biochemical reactions inside the cell. And in vertebrates, what is the meaning of this vertebrate? Vertebrates are the organisms which have spinal cord. Any organism, if they have spinal cord, then they are called vertebrates. Now, in the liver cells of these vertebrate organisms, smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisonous. See, so many times we have consumed, knowingly or unknowingly, we have consumed different types of, poisonous material inside of our body. So, these smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a crucial role in detoxifying all these poisonous things, inside of our body, and it's giving us a particular, support. Now Golgi body or Golgi complex. Now why this name Golgi body or Golgi complex has given? Because it was by the name of Camillo Golgi. Who is Camillo Golgi? Camillo Golgi is a scientist who has observed this organelle in the year 1898. So here this is a sac-like structure around which fluid filled vessels are abound. Already we have seen some bubble like structures. These are called vessels, and these are fluid filled vesicles. Fluid filled vesicles are nothing but a small balloon like structure which are filled with some liquids, and the proteins and other substance produced in the ribosomes reach to the Golgi body through these vessels. Now recently what we have seen, endoplasmic reticulum has produced proteins. These proteins are packed in the vessels, and these vessels are reached to the Golgi apparatus. What will happen to these proteins and lipids in the Golgi apparatus? Here in these Golgi apparatus, all the proteins and lipids will be slightly altered. What is that word altered means? Altered is nothing but they will be slightly changed. Okay, they slightly change, and here, yeah, so they have modified and they will be changed before they will be sent from one place of the cell to another place. From here these substances are either sent towards the cell membrane or to the other organelle or to the lysosome. After reaching the cell membrane, these substances are secreted from the cell, and sometimes even they use it to regenerate and repair. These proteins and lipids are useful for cell construction and cell repair, at the same time cell maintenance. Lipids and proteins are useful for cell construction, cell repair and cell maintenance. So number of Golgi bodies varies from one cell to another cells. Okay, for example, skin cells have different type of number of Golgi apparatus, and other cells also have different types of Golgi apparatus. In special cells where they produce hormones, I think so many of you have learned or observed about the word called hormones. Hormone producing organelles have more number of Golgi bodies. Okay, now let us see what is the function of Golgi body, right, with a video reference. As you seen here, this is a vesicle. Okay, now here these vessels are filled with proteins. Now this is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so Camillo Golgi in 1898, and he observed this thing. Now you get this rough endoplasmic reticulum is packing some vessels filled with proteins, and these proteins are reached to this Golgi apparatus. As you can see here, these protein filled vessels are going to Golgi apparatus, and again they distributed to different parts of the cell, okay, for repair and for maintenance and for making the balance. Okay, see, these are the vesicles. As you can see, they are going inside the layered Golgi apparatus. See, inside the Golgi apparatus, what is happening to the proteins? These proteins are slightly altered, and they have changed their structure, and here these proteins are attached with some lipids. As you can see, the yellow structure has attached. This is called lipids. The proteins have converted into or attached with lipids and carbohydrates, and they have slightly changed. Okay, I hope everyone have understood well. Now what is happened inside the Golgi apparatus? See, this is the Golgi apparatus, just you have seen. Endoplasmic reticulum, he is packing the proteins and lipids, and they are sending with the help of fluid filled vesicles to this Golgi complex. What is happening inside this Golgi complex? All these proteins and lipids are slightly altered and slightly changed, and from this Golgi body all the proteins and lipids are sent to different parts of the cell, and these proteins, lipids are helpful for the maintenance and for the repair and for balancing of any cell. Now let us see the lysosome. One of the facts that troubled the scientists along the time was, actually cells have all the destroyable chemicals. What is the meaning of destroyable chemicals? Destroyable chemicals are nothing but the chemicals, just like acid. What will happen when you pour acid on any other thing? It will destroy. So inside the cell also, so many destroyable, so many poisonous chemicals were there, but cell is not damaging. Then scientists were confused a lot. What is happening here? All destroyable chemicals are present inside the cell, but the cell is not destroyed. Then what is happening? See, then they have find out a special structure called lysosome. See, the lysosome is a special structure which can store all the poisonous materials inside it. But whenever the cell want to destroy, then the lysosome will burst. It will release all the chemicals into the surrounding environment, and it will destroy and digest the cell. So that's why these lysosomes are also known as suicidal bags of the cell. See, you should remember, otherwise you should point out these things, okay, because it is very much important for your examination purpose. So which cell organelle is called as suicidal bag of the cell? The answer is lysosome. Now let us see a video reference for this. Okay, it is discovered in the 1955 by Christian de Duve in the liver cells. Okay, a single membrane bound bag like organelles. Okay, it is present in abundance in each cells and contain digestive tissues, digestive liquids. It have the capacity. See, as you can see, it's a lysosome, blue color thing, and some poisonous chemicals are going inside of this bubble like structure or a balloon like structure. Now it have the capacity to store all the waste and garbage and disposal and poisonous things. See, in every home there is a dustbin, am I right? So inside the cell, this lysosome is just like dustbin. All the useless things and all the waste materials and all the poisonous things, for temporarily it will be stored here. See, now as you can see, this lysosome is just like a dustbin like structure. What will happen if any unwanted materials come out of the dustbin? It will give you diseases. It will spoil your health. Just like that, if this lysosome destroys, and if it will release all the poisonous materials outside of this structure, then it will leads to the destruction of the cell. Now let us see the important thing that is called mitochondria. Now activity 2. For this we have to do an activity for observing a mitochondria. Now let us do an activity with the help of an onion peel. Now what you have to do, first of all, make a fresh solution of Janus green bee in a beaker. Now mix it with 200 milligrams of Janus green bee in 100 ml of water, and take a watch glass and pour the solution. Put the onion peel inside the solution and keep it for half an hour. Then take a piece of onion peel and keep it on the slide. wash it with very little water and cover it with the cover slip and observe through the microscope. Now when you see these thing under the microscope, then you can see this type of structure. Okay, now let us see the video reference for this activity. Okay, first of all you have to take onion peel cells, then you have to take Janus green bee solution. Now after taking the Janus green bee solution, you have to take some water and make it as a very dilute solution. Now after taking it as a very dilute solution, you have to take permanent slide and keep these onion peel cells on the slide and add a drop of water. Then you have to cover it with a cover slip without forming any bubbles. Then you have to observe through the microscope. Why we are using this Janus green bee solution? Because mitochondria is the only structure which can observe these structure through the see, as you can see here, the cells which are in the light parrot green structures, these are called mitochondria. Okay, these are all mitochondria. Now as you can observe this, okay, Janus green bee solution is a very special solution. Only mitochondria can observe this Janus green bee solution, other cell organelles cannot. So that's why it is very easy and very possible to observe this mitochondria. I hope everyone have understood this. I hope everyone have understood how to observe the mitochondria. See, this is the structure of mitochondria. Everybody have to practice how to draw the mitochondria, and I will also give you a very special video on drawings. Okay, but today I am going to give you a homework. Today I will give you the homework to draw this mitochondria. Just you try by yourself. Okay, don't hesitate or demonstrate your work. Work hard. So if you have any problem, then I will help you in the future videos. Now mitochondria, let us discuss about the mitochondria. Mitochondria is a very small and unique and cylindrical cell organelle. Generally, mitochondrion is 2 to 8 microns long and 0.5 microns wide and nearly 150 times smaller than the nucleus. And there are about 100 to 150 mitochondria present in each and every cell. When you see these things under the compound microscope, the mitochondria appears just like round or cylindrical structures. Now the diagram of mitochondria shown in the typical cell is hypothetical, just it is only for understanding purpose. Okay, electron microscope reveals the unique and internal structure of the mitochondria. So when you try to use the electron microscope, then only you can see, and it have different types of parts inside it. They are called cristae and a matrix, and this mitochondria is responsible for cellular respiration. The energy that is produced by our body is all because of mitochondria. Mitochondria is just like generator. It is producing the energy. It is performing cellular respiration. It is producing the energy for us. If there are no mitochondria, there is no energy. So that's why they are called as powerhouse of the cell. If anyone asks you what is the powerhouse of the animal cell, then that is called answer is mitochondria. Now as you can see here, these are the internal parts of mitochondria, and you can see here this is cristae, and this is the matrix. Cristae is the structure which is folded inside. See here it have three layers, the outer layer and the middle layer and the inner layer. Whenever the inner layer folded inside, it will form cristae, and the gap present between these two foldings is called matrix, and here this is the inner membrane. So this is a special and brief explanation about these cell organelles. So this is all for today. Tomorrow we will discuss more and more important topics, and I will give you the digital explanation for you. See my dear kids, if you help me, if you respond well, then we can do more than this. We can do more than the class experience. We will give you digital and a very detailed explanation. So please do watch all the videos and do the homework. Be regular, and if anyone is not observing and not watching the videos, you guide them and you motivate them. Okay, so make your teacher's effort useful and fruitful. So thank you. This is all about today's explanation. Tomorrow we will discuss about the remaining cell organelles, and don't forget to do your homework. Bye.